Okay, hello and welcome to the sixth episode of Quizzing with Members. This is one of our favorite formats of late because we get to quiz with you guys, the audience members. I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying how can they be a part of Quizzing with Members. It's quite simple. We have a membership program on this channel where there are 3 tiers of membership, and people who are part of the exhaustive tier within that program are eligible for Quizzing with Members, within which we do randomized set every fortnight, typically, where the defending champion, in today's case Pavan, meets 3 new challenges and so on and so forth. Some people come back again and some people will come soon. So it's open for everyone in exhaustive membership tier, and all of you will eventually get a chance to be a part of this, only if you're interested. That's all. So on that note, let's begin. We have 3 debutants today. Facing someone who's becoming a crowd favorite of late, Pavan. But let's see how long that streak lasts. Okay, our first contestant today is a marketing communications professional with close to 10 years of experience, graduated from IIMC Delhi, one of the best colleges in India, based out of Bangalore right now, started quizzing recently over pandemic mostly, attends a lot of pub quizzes and watches Quizzing with Comedians. Thank you so much. Give it up for Lakshmi Venkatesh. Lakshmi.
Hello, hi.
Welcome, Lakshmi. Welcome to Quizzing with
Members. Thank you. I think I'm as nervous as I am excited to be here. So,
no, happy to host you, Lakshmi. Now we go to our next contestant, mechanical engineer working for Mercedes-Benz R&D in Bangalore, born in Kolkata, got schooling in Andhra, engineering in Chennai, work in Assam, Pune, Germany. Now in Bangalore, hey, we have 2 people from Bangalore in this panel, trained classical musician, that's interesting, and also speaks 8 languages fluently. That's crazy. Has loved and participated in quizzing since school, lost touch after college, like most of our audience members, and is back in touch because of quizzing. Give it up for Narendran.
Hey, KV, hey.
Hi, Narendran. What are these 7 languages that you can speak?
Want me to list them out?
Yes.
Hindi, English, common.
Mm-hmm.
Mother tongue, Tamil.
Tamil, okay.
Telugu, Kannada. Bit of Marathi and Bengali.
Wow.
And German.
So 8. German, so yeah, work as it. So yeah. Okay. Pleasure to have you here, Narendran. Excited to host you. On that note, our defending champion has been winning in the last few games, getting a lot of fan base from our growing a lot of fan base of late on Quizzing with Members series. Give it up for Pavan.
Hi, Kevin.
Wow, Pavan, this is a different background this time.
This is my backyard.
Pavan, how does it feel? People are going crazy about your demeanor, about your knowledge, about your calm and stuff like that. Yeah, how's the reaction? Do you go through comments, etc.?
I have gone through the latest episode. I've gone through the comments. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yes, absolutely. Hope all of you continue having fun on quizzing, watching it, playing it now, and anything to do with quizzing. On that note, our last contestant for this episode, is a data scientist with over 9 years of experience in the field, graduated from WITS Pilani. Hey, nice. And it's from Gurgaon, based out of Gurgaon. So some geographical balance in this episode. Born and brought up in Assam. Hey, that's also common with Narendran, right? And loves cricket, loves tennis, and and he also says that if there is ever a football question, his answer will be Zidane. I think Vaibhav Setia will be very happy to know this. Attended offline quizzing held in Gurgaon. That's crazy, Prakash. Give it up for Prakash.
Hey, hi, KV.
How are you? Hi. Nice. Good to know you attended our Gurgaon edition, because we are planning to do a few more editions now. We have a show called The Quiz Show, which is just 2 guys on stage. No comics, no celebrities as such. And so we are planning some new shows in Bangalore, in Chennai, in Delhi. So hope to see you guys there as well.
That was going to be my next question. When are you coming to Bangalore?
Yes, we are planning. Srimoy and I were figuring something soon, this year for sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's begin. This is for Lakshmi. First question. Lakshmi, as part of a promotional campaign stunt, a group of space architects and engineers from Slovakia and the Czech Republic launched 1,000 astronauts on stratospheric balloons to reach the edge of space. The astronauts embarked on their journey seated in a roofless 3D printed space shuttle-like vehicle crafted from a lightweight carbon composite material. The astronauts were launched aboard 3 distinct stratospheric balloons, each carrying around 330 mini spacefarers, ascending to an altitude of 21 miles, roughly 34 kilometers. The balloons eventually burst, and the landing platforms gracefully returned the astronauts back to Earth using parachutes. What is special about these astronauts? What is so unique? How are they unique? Why are we talking about them? Just put funda.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
And of course, if you can't, let me know. But is there a time frame that we have, that a timeline or something?
No.
Okay. So launched. What's the distinct? I'm just going to take a guess over here. Were they all women astronauts?
No, not all women astronauts. Going to Narendran.
Can you clarify, or is it too late to clarify? What are spacefarers? I should have asked that a little earlier.
No, but mini spacefarer, that's a clue. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Are these astronauts some item of food?
No. Passing to Pavan.
These 3D printed shapes of small 3D printed shapes of astronauts?
No. Going to Prakash.
Is this somehow related to Project Loon of Google?
No. But I know where you're coming from balloons and okay, cool. So we'll take another round. Narendra, nothing to clarify. In spacefarer, basically anyone who goes to space, but mini spacefarer is a big clue. That's why I didn't stress upon it. Okay. So I'll give a hint and start with Lakshmi again. Pavan was on somewhat right track, somewhat better track. He said 3D printed this thing. So the clue for all 4 of you is these are not humans who are going. Okay, they're very special types of astronauts. Okay, but not humans. So just go through the question again, take your time, and yeah, give me a specific answer now, because this is a 5-point question now.
Did they carry dogs with them?
No, not dogs. Going to Narendran.
Was this a promotional campaign for the Barbie movie, Barbies and Kens?
Not Barbie and Kens, but I like that guess. Going to Pavan.
These 3D printed robots, like Asimov inspired?
No. Going to Prakash.
No.
Pass. Okay, you guys are very close. You were somewhere there, but nobody got the exact answer. The answer is these were Lego astronauts. Okay, these were Lego astronauts. So eventually, when you think of mini 3D printed, okay. But okay, fair. None of you got it, so it's no big deal. It's fine. This was an answer. These were Lego astronauts. So we'll start again with Lakshmi. Next time it will be to Lakshmi. The X paradox is a concept in mathematics and geography that refers to the counterintuitive idea that the measured length of a X depends on the scale or level of detail used for measurement. Throughout history, different agencies have measured various X's, and as a result, there have been discrepancies in the recorded lengths. The paradox arises because X are irregular and jagged in space, with many intricate details and small curves. When measuring a X with a larger scale, some of these smaller details may be overlooked, resulting in a shorter measured length. However, as the scale is reduced, those smaller features are captured and the measured length of the X increases significantly. Essentially, what are we talking about? Just give me X.
Is this the size, measuring the size of mountains?
No, not mountains. Good guess. Going to Narendran.
I had a guess, but what's throwing me off is they're irregular and jagged in shape, with many intricate details and small curves. Is this the pyramids?
Not the pyramids. Going to Pavan.
I think it's coastlines.
It is coastline. Yes. Lakshmi had a good guess. Like she was thinking of geographical features. But again, coastline now would make more sense if you go through the hint. So this is coastline. This is just an example from UK's map. And you can see how if you change the scale, if you make it smaller, you get to measure the details. And like Narendran said, jagged and irregular. That's coastline in most cases.
I wrote this down after I guessed
Yeah.
mountain.
Okay, so Pavan gets 12 for this. This was Lakshmi's direct, so 10, 11, 12, which means the next direct will be to Prakash. Okay, Prakash, William X founded X in 1891 for selling soaps while giving free baking powder with every soap purchase. The customers loved the baking powder more than the soap itself. But rather than panicking, William saw an unexpected opportunity. He pivoted his business from soap to baking powder. For the free item, he started giving Y. Okay, and Y is the product that we know this company for. Again, Y was sold rapidly off the shelves, leaving behind the baking powder. Seeing this, X adapted again and started selling Y as their main product. Fast forward to today, X's Y is sold and favored in over 180 countries. Like this is the main product they are known for. Just tell me X.
Is it Wakefield?
Sorry?
Wakefield?
Wakefield? No. Going to Lakshmi. And product, sorry, just to clarify, Prakash. What? Acha, okay, cool. No problem. Going to Lakshmi.
So we're looking for X.
Yeah.
Okay. And Y is the product. Fast forward. So I think Y is custard powder. And X is Cushman.
No. Passing to Narendran. Just to clarify, both X and Y are incorrect in case.
Sorry.
Narendran.
Is this the shell that eggs come in?
Oh, that thing. No. Going to Pavan.
Is it molten salt?
No. Okay. We'll start with Prakash. Again, make it a 5-point question. So, okay, the hint is favored is a hint because you eat Y, but you don't really eat it. Is that good enough? Like think of something that you do put in your mouth, but you don't technically eat it. So think of that product.
I think I have a guess. Yeah.
And think of the most famous company that you can think of.
I'll pass.
Okay, Prakash passes. We go to Lakshmi.
I'm still a little lost on the company, but I think for Y, which is the item, is it jelly by any chance?
No, not jelly. Going to
Gelatin
Narendran.
jelly.
Is it Wrigley's and chewing gum?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
It is. William Wrigley started selling soaps, gave baking powder as free. Baking powder became popular, started giving chewing gum free with baking powder, and chewing gum became more popular. And this is Wrigley's and peppermint chewing gum, whatever you call it. Okay, so 7 to Narendran now. This is Wrigley's, which means the next direct will be to Pavan now. Pavan, X is one of the greatest things that can happen to a golf player. But in Japan, this can lead to an expensive celebration. It is customary for whoever gets an X to throw a celebratory party that can cost up to $10,000. At the height of the country's economic boom in the 80s, Japanese golfers spent their money lavishly, including on X parties for their golf playing buddies, and the tradition continues till this day. Now, one local superstition claims that luck is balanced out over a lifetime. So in order to avoid any future misfortune, one has to celebrate and share their good fortune with their friends and family. The Japanese have even come up with a unique solution to help them cater for these lavish parties by introducing the X insurance in 1982. What are we talking about?
Is this the hole-in-one?
Yes, it is hole-in-one. 10 points there to Pavan. Japan actually has something called hole-in-one insurance. Okay, in case you get a hole-in-one, you need to throw a party, hole-in-one party. Cool. Okay, Pavan gets 10 for this. We go to Prakash for the next turret. Prakash, I'm talking about a certain movie now. The movie was originally supposed to be titled Goody Two Shoes. It is a 2008 American apocalyptic science fiction superhero comedy film written and directed by Jason Friedberg and Aaron Schultzer. It stars Matt Lanter, Vanessa Minnolo, Gary G. Tang Johnson, Krista Flanagan, Nicole Parker, Ike Barinholtz, Carmen Electra, Tony Cox, and Kim Kardashian. It was released on August 29th, 2008 by Lionsgate. The film also references many other films, TV shows, people, pop culture events of the time. Now, there are two parts to this question. One is, what is the name of the movie? And secondly, why is this movie, like, why would you know about this movie? What is this movie's claim to fame?
There are too many genres in this movie.
Yeah. Apocalyptic, science fiction, superhero, comedy.
So is the cast is exhaustive here? I mean, you have not left out someone specifically.
Yeah. Safe to presume that I haven't
Main
hit it,
cast is
like
there.
as some main leads. So these are the main people. Yeah.
Right. I'll pass.
Okay, passing to Lakshmi.
I have one guess, but I don't think it fits the comedy genre of
Mhm.
description. Zeitgeist?
Not Zeitgeist. Going to Narendran.
Is this? I mean, I'm just thinking. Should I think out loud? No, I don't. I think.
Please do.
Is this a parody of some multiple films? Okay, I'm going to just take a guess. Is this Hot Shots?
Okay, not Hot Shots. Going to Pavan.
I don't have a guess, so I'll pass.
Okay, we'll start again with Prakash. Make it a 5-point question. So I'll give you one part, then you just tell me the other part. Okay, so the movie is a disaster movie. Okay, that's the movie. Disaster movie. Now, I want you to know, why is this seemingly random movie with this star cast, this genre, and now we know the movie as well, disaster movie. What is disaster movies claim to fame? Like, why do we know this movie?
Is it somewhat related to like a virus spreading and then?
No, not that funda. No, going to Lakshmi.
Oh, I haven't watched this movie, so I'm going to take a very wild guess. Does this predict Trump becoming the US president?
No. Going to Narendran.
So the movie's name is Disaster Movie.
Yeah. It's not its review.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, passing to Pavan.
Wild guess. Does it have demonetization in it?
No. Okay, no stress. So this remains unanswered. Actually, the name was a hint, disaster movie. It's supposed to be, okay, it's the lowest rated movie on IMDb of all time. Okay, it's supposed to be the worst movie of all time. It's the lowest rated movie on IMDb. Okay, it has like 1.9 with some, I don't know, thousands and millions of votes. Okay, and yeah, disaster movie is the lowest rated movie on IMDb, and that's why people know it or not. Okay, so this went unanswered. So we'll come back to Prakash again. We'll start with Prakash. Prakash, for many children, X is simply the best thing about the bottom of the sea, but not in Kazakhstan. The country regards the self-absorbed character as a bully who regularly inflicts violence on others in his community and seems to enjoy what he does. The country, I mean Kazakhstan, the country's education ministry has attacked X for corrupting children's minds and has warned parents not to let their kids watch the program. Just tell me, what is X?
I don't have a guess. I'll pass.
Okay, Prakash passes. We go to Lakshmi.
Is this SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yes, Lakshmi is on scoreboard now. And we can see Narendran's face expression. He was waiting for it to pass.
I was just waiting for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We all
I
know
was
that.
very confused whose direct was this, and I wasn't sure if it will come to me.
Yeah,
Uh, but
SpongeBob
यही चाहिए था
SquarePants.
मुझे to be on the scoreboard.
एक point Ajay बस.
No, the
The
I know
moment
people
they
have
said,
said
self-absorbed
this
in
in the
quotes was good.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was saying the self-absorbed in quotes was a very
Yeah,
good
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, the moment Srimoi said Pavan's going to be a part of this, I thought I'm going to try and be the fun participant.
Hey, I was aiming for that one.
Okay, Lakshmi gets 11 for this, which means the next direct will be to Narendran. The theme song of X is one of the most recognizable and iconic themes in all of television and film. It was composed by Argentine musician Lalo Schifrin for the original television series, which aired from 1966 to 1973. It is often associated with daring adventures, clever tactics, and thrilling escapades, and has been used in all of the subsequent X films, as well as in other media such as video games and commercials. Interestingly, the theme, which has 2 long notes followed by 2 short notes, is based on the Morse code of the initials of the franchise. So, the initial that. So, just tell me the franchise X. Just give me X.
Let me take this in. This is my first direct. First direct in quizzing with KV. My God. Okay. So the entire theme has only 2 long notes followed by 2 short notes.
Just playing in my brain. 1 second. Okay. Not the entire theme, but the hook, like the main theme, has this
Okay, I
pattern.
think I have a it's a franchise. Which is going to be one of those things that I'm going to regret badly for not thinking of. Is this Star Trek?
Not Star Trek. Going to Pavan.
That was my guess as well. Is it Pink Panther?
Not Pink Panther. Going to Prakash.
Mission Impossible.
Yes. Prakash now comes on board. Of course, everyone is on scoreboard now. This is the iconic tang, 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 na, na, na. This is Mission Impossible theme music. So Prakash gets 12 points for this. This was Narendran's direct, as Narendran said.
I had no hope that this will come to me. With
Yeah, even
Pavan.
I thought because when we were discussing this question, apparently it's in news since the last movie came out, so everyone is talking about this. So we were like, okay.
I thought this was Limp Bizkit's song.
Limp
That one.
They
Bizkit did
did
a
a
cover
version of it, I
Did a
think.
cover
Yeah.
of it, is it?
Yeah, Limp Bizkit did a cover of their own
Yeah.
version.
It was playing in my head also, and I was waiting, but I thought it was not going to come to me.
Yeah. Okay, Prakash gets 12, which means the next direct will be to Lakshmi. Lakshmi, there's a certain personality that we are talking about, born in Georgina MacRobert Memorial Hospital, across the road from the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur, India, on 14th May 1948. His father was a cricketer who represented United Provinces, now Uttar Pradesh, in the Ranji Trophy. He was one of the 5 Wisden Cricketers of the Year in 1976. Dash Street near Green Park Stadium in his hometown Kanpur is named in his honor, posthumously honored with the Sitara-e-Imtiaz, Star of Excellence, a high-ranking civil award of Pakistan for his contribution to Pakistan cricket. Who are we talking about? This is a classic bullet points question, bunch of hints. Born in India, timeline is given, born in late 40s. Father played for UP. One of the 5 Wisden cricketers in 1970s. Popular enough to have a street named after him. And also honored in Pakistan for his contribution to Pakistan cricket.
I'm going to pass. I think I don't have a guess. I think.
Okay, passing to Narendran.
In the timeline, I'm going to guess the most obvious name that would come to my mind. Hanif Mohammed?
Not Hanif Mohammed. Going to Pavan.
Again, that was the guess that I had as well. I need to come up with a good one now.
I am honored, Pavan, that we are having the same. Really honored.
Blanking on people in this timeline, so I'll pass.
Okay, passing to Prakash.
This would not be the answer. Intikhabalam.
Not Ittika Valam. Okay, we'll start another round, starting with Lakshmi. Hint would be death in 2007. Okay. At this point, if somebody wants more hints, I will give.
Oh no.
Can we get more hints?
Does anyone want to block hints at this
Yeah.
point?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh. I was thinking of what I was doing in 2007 and trying to map what I have read in the news in that year. No, can I take a generic second name guess? And
Sure.
hope
Sure.
Dash ul Haq.
Classic quizzing hack.
Yeah.
Smith, I think.
Like Zidane for football.
Okay, not Ulhaq, going to Narendran.
Zahir Abbas.
Not Zahir Abbas, going to Pavan.
I'll pass again.
Going to Prakash.
Bob Woolmer.
Bob Woolmer. Yes, we are talking about the one and only Bob Woolmer. Okay, this gives 8 points to Prakash. Bob Woolmer was actually born in Kanpur. Went on
Yeah,
to
it was
play
a
cricket for-
other red herring.
Yeah.
Born in India, Pakistan.
Played cricket for England, one of the Wisden cricketers in 1976, along with Ian Chappell and all. And then went on to coach South Africa, and then, of course, coached Pakistan, and died a mysterious death, as they say, during 2007 World Cup.
World Cup. Yeah.
Okay, so Prakash gets 8
See,
points.
now I remember this news piece.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first half. Tough one, long one, but the quiz is very close. So let's take a quick look at the score. If you guys are also tracking score, we'll just cross-check once again. Lakshmi on the back of SpongeBob SquarePants is on 11. Narendran has 7 for Wrigley's. Pavan has 12 for Coastline and 10 for Hole-in-One Insurance, is on 22. And right behind Pavan is Prakash with 8 for Bob Woolmer and 12 for
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Okay. So 20 for Prakash. So Pavan leading with 22 right now, followed by Prakash on 20, followed by Lakshmi on 11, followed by Narendran on 7. And we'll start the second half. The order now will be Prakash, Pavan, Narendran, and Lakshmi. Cool. Okay. Prakash, this is your direct. X had 9 children, who in turn gave her no less than 42 grandchildren, many of whom married into other royal households across Europe. But thanks to her eldest son's marriage to Princess Alexandra, the second eldest of Christian IX of Denmark's 6 children, there is now only one reigning monarch in all of Europe, who is King Wilhelm Alexander of the Netherlands, who is not descended from her by blood or by marriage. Ultimately, X is known as the grandmother of Europe, while King Christian is remembered appropriately enough as the father-in-law of Europe. Just tell me, who are we talking about?
I know people have said this before. It really is easy when you see this on YouTube and playing this here.
I'll do what Lakshmi did. Elizabeth.
Nice. Not Elizabeth. Going to Pavan.
Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria. Yes, 11 points there to Pavan. It is not Elizabeth, but Victoria. Okay. Queen Victoria, of course, had all these children. They got married to many houses. So many royal houses in Europe have a connection with Queen Victoria. Okay. So Pavan gets 11 and we go to Narendran. Narendran, this is your direct. There are 3 things, X, Y, and Z. The X movement, so X is the movement name, emerged in Y. So Y is a city. During the late 1980s, combining music and culture with the indie dance scene. The genre blended indie music with elements of acid house, psychedelia, and 1960s pop. Coined by Tony Wilson of Factory Records, the term X gained popularity through the British music press in the early 1990s. In tribute to this influential music scene, Puma and Z, a football club of Y, so Z is a football club based in the city of Y, have collaborated on a new collection. The collection showcases various clothing and accessories, all adorned within the iconic X logo. Notably, Z's manager is frequently seen wearing clothing from this collection, which often includes the 4-letter abbreviation of X. ID, X, Y, and Z. So X is that movement whose 4-letter abbreviation often comes on the clothing collection. Y is the city, and Z is a football club based out of that city.
So the abbreviation doesn't necessarily have Y and Z in it.
Might have.
Did you say the abbreviation comes from
It comes from X. Basic abbreviation is might be a confused. 4-letter abbreviation might be a confused thing. So 4-letter, it's not 4-letter abbreviation technically. It's just 4-letter shortened thing of X. Okay. So it's not an abbreviation technically. So the 4-letter doesn't mean every letter gives a different word like Y and WA, but it's just a shortened version of X.
And Y is a city, right?
Y is a city, yes.
Many things running in my mind. I'm going to pass.
Okay, passing to Lakshmi.
Oh, I wasn't ready for this to come this soon. Okay, I have a guess. And I might not have the whole thing, but is Z Manchester and Manchester United? Is this the city and the club?
Okay.
And is the genre of music techno?
Okay. Cool. So I'm not reacting to your guess, Lakshmi. I'm just going to Prakash as of now.
Yeah.
I would say the city is Munich, and the football club is Bayern Munich.
No, going to Pavan.
Random guesses: Techno, London, Chelsea.
Okay, no, you took the incorrect part from Lakshmi's guess. Okay, so thankfully there's no confusion. I am giving points to Lakshmi for Y. Okay, so Y is Manchester. Okay, that is the correct part from Lakshmi's guess. So some points there. So let's clarify that. It's a 10-point question. X is the toughest part. City is the second toughest, and club is the easiest. So X. So I'm giving 5, 3, 2. So 3 to Lakshmi for getting Y, which is Manchester. We'll start with Narendran now for Z and X. Z now is easy, so I won't give a hint for Z. X is a wordplay on the city of Manchester. Okay. Z is a wordplay. It's not a, don't think genre that are like worldwide popular. I don't think like pop or disco or techno or electric, etc., etc. Think of something very specific to this era and this thing here, but it's a wordplay on Manchester somehow. Okay, with those clues, we'll start again with Narendran. Sorry.
I just took out the vowels out of it. So Y is Manchester. Is Z also given, or are we only looking for X now?
No, I'm looking for Z also, because Z is not out yet from you guys. And Z and X are both unanswered.
And just to clarify, Munich and Pavan said this. What city did Pavan said?
Pavan said Chelsea and Lakshmi said Manchester United.
I mean, for the city, what did Pavan say?
Yeah, but City to ho gaya. City is guess
It's
Manchester.
gone. It's gone. Okay. Only looking for Master.
So not Master for X. Any guesses on Z?
Manchester City.
Yeah, I was like, वो तो get out of the way. Like we know.
नहीं, मुझे लगा
Manchester.
Manchester है तो Manchester City. नहीं, they've guessed
Yeah.
the club itself. Manchester
Yeah.
City is the club.
Okay, okay. So Manchester City is correct. So Narendran gets 1 for that. Okay. So now I'm going to Lakshmi only for X. So the movement's name, which is a play on the city of Manchester.
And it often includes the 4. Oh,
So the branding often shows just an abbreviated version of the wordplay.
okay. I don't know. I'm putting my content writer skills over here and I'm not able to come up with anything. But is it Bandchester by any chance? as a
No, but
wordplay?
yeah, good track. This is how I would urge you to think. But yeah, good
Okay.
track. Not
Okay.
Manchester. Going to Prakash.
Is it ranch music, Ranchester?
Not Ranch or Manchester. Going to Pavan.
You can't think of anything. Pass.
Okay, cool. So we close this with 3 for Lakshmi on Manchester and 1 for Narendran on Manchester City. The movement was actually called Manchester. Okay, it's Manchester. Okay. Manchester, Manchester, and Manchester City, and you would often see Pep Guardiola wearing an MDCR thing, which is basically from the collection called Manchester, which Puma and City have created together.
No, that could also be a wordplay on a music scene. Pop Guardiola.
Nice. Okay, Lakshmi and Narendran both got points on this, but Lakshmi got more points. So the next direct will be to Prakash. I think the cricket fan in Prakash will be happy with this question. Okay, Prakash, this is an exhaustive list. Okay, there are just 5 bowlers here: Ian Botham, Wasim Akram, Mitchell Stark, Simon Harmer, and Ravichandran Ashwin. How do you connect these 5 cricketers? And this is an exhaustive list.
Okay. Just let me just think it once. This is exhaustive, right?
Yes.
These are the only bowlers who have dismissed a father and a son.
Yes, well done.
Wow.
Beautiful crack. Okay, this is great. Okay, bowlers who have dismissed father and son in cricket, and Ravi Ashwin was, of course, the biggest hint because he achieved it very recently, where he got both. He got basically tag. How do you pronounce
Narayan
Chandrapal, and of course Shiv Narayan Chandrapal. Okay, 10 points there to Prakash. Okay. Prakash, any guesses on who these guys got out? Ian Botham, Wasim Akram, just for bonus points. For
Mitchell
everyone.
Stark is also the same, actually.
Yeah. Mitchell Stark onward is the same. But any guesses on Ian Botham and Wasim Akram?
I think
Anyone can guess, huh? Narendran, Pavan. They basically got Chris Cairns and Lance Cairns.
Yeah,
like
Lance Cairns.
Chris Cairns' father. Cool. 10 to Prakash for this. And we go to Pavan now, the next slide. Pavan, Secretary of State Henry Kissinger's first meeting with Syrian President Hafez al-Assad in 1973 dragged on. It ran so long, the Times reported, that the media began to speculate about whether America's top diplomat had been kidnapped. Another similar event occurred in 1991. Secretary of State, this time James Baker, famously waved a white flag in submission after almost 10 hours because he needed a bathroom break. Baker called negotiating with Assad ex-diplomacy to describe the ability of the Syrian president to talk for hours without a break. Visitors to Damascus were briefed to go easy on the constant offerings of coffee, tea, and lemonade. What is the term used for this diplomacy? What is X?
Is it bladder diplomacy?
Yes, well done. It is bladder diplomacy. Okay, it is bladder diplomacy. Okay. Now we come to Narendran and we are back to the world of movies. In 1977, during the filming of X, so X is a film, Y's improvised response to Z's line. So Y is a character, Z is a character. So Z said, I love you. And Y's response has become a pop culture legend. When Z declared her love, so Z is her and Y is his, Y was initially meant to respond with, I love you too. However, he felt it didn't suit his character. On the spot, Dash is the actor who played Y. He ad-libbed, I know, infusing Y with his signature charm. The director loved the spontaneity and decided to keep the line in the final cut. This simple yet iconic exchange has since become one of the most memorable moments in cinematic history, showcasing the power of actors' instincts and improvisation in shaping beloved pop culture phenomena. So 3 things I want from you, the movie and the 2 characters. Essentially what happened was, the line is very simple. One character says, I love you. The other character had to say, I love you too. And scene continues. But this actor, when the other character said, I love you, he just said, I know. And that I know has become a meme, a GIF, a pop culture legend. And even people who are fans of this movie might say this. If they are couple and fans of the movie, this is how they somehow, react to each other. So what movie?
And why is there are characters, not you want characters, not actors?
I want characters, ideally. But if you know the movie or if you know the actor, you'll know the character. They're famous enough.
So can I ask, are we talking about a Hollywood movie?
Yeah.
In English only, right?
Hollywood, yes.
Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs. What is?
No. That'll be very weird if Hannibal
replies
with,
Yes,
I love you, and he says, I
Yeah.
know, and he then eats the other person. Okay, going to Lakshmi.
I don't know why I said that. Okay.
I am a little confused with the timeline of my answer. So either I am way off or but didn't suit his character. So is this Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara and Red Butler?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Timeline wise, yeah, you're right. You're very
Yeah, I'm very off.
Okay, going to Prakash.
Yeah, I have no idea actually, but characters and then again I could be very off with the timeline. Is it Star Wars and Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia?
Okay, I'll get back to you. Going to Pavan.
It's Star Wars, Leia Organa, and Han Solo.
Yes, it is. Prakash is the happiest person, although Pavan has given the exact answer. But Prakash got most of it. A good guess. It is, of course, Star Wars. This comes in Empire Strikes Back, where essentially Princess Leia says, I love you, and Han Solo, and the blank, of course, is Harrison Ford. He replies, I know.
I have actually never seen Star Wars. I just know characters, so I had to play around them. I chose Luke Skywalker and I ignored Han Solo. That was the only way.
No. Good stuff. Okay, so since it came to Pavan got Han Solo and Prakash got Star Wars and Princess Leia. So Prakash gets 8 for Star Wars and Princess Leia and 4 to Pavan for Han Solo. Okay. Which means the next direct will be to Pavan. Okay, Pavan, on May 25th, 2014, a 16-second video was uploaded on YouTube. The video was titled Jamal Says X. In the video, which has accumulated over 23 million views, we see Jamal speaking the expression X, followed by, together we can stop this. Please spread the word. Thank you for your attention. The expression has gained popularity in various contexts, often accompanied by a screenshot from the video, and is frequently used in memes and social media posts with the text intelligence 100. Identify the phrase. So we are looking at a phrase which is a humorous phrase that satirizes alarming facts about frequent events happening in the continent. What phrase are we talking about?
Can you tell us the number of words of the phrase?
It's a so number of words won't help, but it's a sentence. Like it's
Okay.
Even if you're close enough to that sentence, I'll give you points. So it's
Okay.
not very fixed types.
Got it.
So you just said that X is a sentence, right?
X is a sentence phrase quite often used in social media in this context, where if you look at the clues, he says the sentence and then he says, together we can stop this. Please spread the word. Thank you for your attention. That's first part of the clue. The second part is often this sentence comes with the tagline intelligence 100. So it's something to do in that zone. And then the last clue comes in the last line, which says this is a satire that often also comes with alarming facts about events happening in the continent. That is the third clue. So by all this, if you can think of a sentence.
When you say frequent events happening in the continent, you mean like the host continent of Jamal? Is that the reference? How do we interpret continent?
Like continent is a big clue. That's all I'll say as of now.
Yeah, I'll take a wild guess. Is it Africa is burning?
Not Africa is burning. That's not funny, Pavan. Huh? Supposed to be a funny phrase. Going to Narendran.
I missed that entirely.
From Hannibal Lecter saying, I know after I love you to this.
You,
The group sense of humor is very fun.
Hannibal says, I know, and
This
Pavan
is
goes,
gonna
wait,
haunt
Africa is burning. That's funny. Huh?
This answer is going to haunt me.
Okay, Narendran.
Okay. I'll just tell you the funda.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
sorry. Ice Age, Antarctica. Jamal is the squirrel with the nut.
No. Going to Lakshmi.
Too far.
Literally, like you went. Antarctica is too far.
That's two guesses. Is it Here We Go Again?
No, going to Prakash.
I'm just going by the last sentence and sounds funny. If I say together we can stop this after that. So there is a cyclone, something like that.
No. Okay, we'll take another round starting with Pavan. So the hint is the continent is Africa. Okay, so we are talking about Africa. Africa is actually a part of the answer also. The phrase contains the word Africa. Okay, that's first clue. So don't think beyond that, think Africa. Now, the reason this is funny is because, you know, there are sometimes the last line says, basically it's a satire on alarming facts about frequent events happening in the continent. So essentially, a lot of times in a serious campaign or sometimes in conversation, you say that there are things happening in Africa, guys. It's very like, this happens, that happens. Okay, so the phrase talks about something happening in Africa, but it's just not a, it's just a very funny phrase. It's not a serious, so don't think serious issues like, say, starvation or poverty or etc. And this is the line you will see a lot of times in our zone, particularly about like facts, you know. So this is technically a fact. This sentence is a fact, but it's just a very weird fact. It's very like, should I keep adding, or does anyone have a clue? Like any guess? Pavan, do you have any?
No, keep
so I'll give you one last hint. We'll take a round. Then if it doesn't strike you, then you probably don't know the phrase. So there's no point adding more this thing. Something to do with time. So think of time, Africa, fact, and a sentence, a funny sentence often used in internet.
Something to do with time, you said?
Time, yeah. Time, time. So basically, this is the video. He says this line, and then he says, together we can stop this. please spread the word. Thank you for your attention. And then that line basically people use to say what an intelligent line to say. Okay, but obviously they're making fun of the line. It's not an intelligent line. Something very obvious is what he's saying.
Time is running out in Africa.
Time is running out in Africa. No, going to Narendran. Narendran.
Clocks ticking in Africa.
No, but yeah, okay. Lakshmi.
That was going to be my guess also. It's time to wake up, Africa.
It's not. It's time to wake up, Africa. Going to Prakash. Okay. Prakash,
No,
passing?
it's time.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No. If you don't know the phrase, then it's.
Yeah.
But you might have seen this phrase somewhere.
Yeah, it feels
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So the answer is every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Okay. So this is a, I can't say famous anymore, but this is a phrase often used in like, hello, my name. This is a video where he says, hello, my name is Jamar. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. And then he says, together we can stop this. Please spread the word. Thank you for your attention. And now this has become a meme format where people, every time they have to like talk, like make fun of like in this zone about alarming fact. They're like, but did you know in every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes? Okay, no stress. We'll come back to Narendran. It was Pavan's direct, right? Okay.
I
Pavan,
feel
you are
like we let you down, KV.
no, it invariably happens. Some things everyone thinks, "Arey, ye kisko nahi pata yaar," and then some.
How many people we have let down? The comments will tell us.
Yeah. And it's always like I think Lakshmi said, ki comment section when you sit, everything is easy only. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like if you are watching this episode at your home, you'll be like, this is Star Trek. Oh no, Mission Impossible. So you're like, because there's no like, you don't get you're not in a position where this is my guess. Which
Correct.
wire to cut? You know, when you're watching, you're like, Elizabeth ho sakta hai, Victoria bhi ho sakta. Then you say, Victoria, yeah.
ये तो पता ही था.
Ye to of course, Victoria. Who? But when you're here, you're like, Elizabeth bologe. So it's yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So this will be Pavan's direct again. A study shows that red deer on the border between the Czech Republic and Old West Germany do not cross certain spots. During the Cold War, the XY, so I'm looking at a two-word answer, the XY made the Czech-German boundary impossible to pass. Even though the XY fell years ago and the area is now forest and open land, the animals still refuse to cross. Now, the average life expectancy of a deer is 15 years and none living now would have encountered the XY, okay, because it's been more than 15 years. Fawns tend to follow mothers for the first years of their lives and develop a pattern in their movement. So the same area remains the habitat for each new generation. So even now, the newborn deers don't cross XY. What is XY?
Is it landmines?
Not landmines. Going to Narendran.
I have lived close to the Czech-German boundary.
Oh, yes.
Is this Iron Curtain?
It is Iron Curtain. Yes. Of course, we are talking about the Iron Curtain. Okay, Iron Curtain's down. Cold War is over, but still there are some very amusing, sad, interesting things that the impact that it created. 11 points there to Narendran. We are talking about the Iron Curtain. Okay, which brings us to Lakshmi now for the next direct. Lakshmi, back in 1977, the Wealth Rich Green Ad Agency was tasked with creating a marketing campaign to promote tourism in a certain state. They brought in Milton Glaser, a graphic designer, to come up with some logo ideas. During their meeting, Glaser pulled out a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket. On the paper was a doodle containing 3 letters and a symbol he had sketched during a recent cab ride. And it was the first design of the very logo we know today. The team loved it and he started working his magic by refining the design and choosing the perfect typeface, etc. What's truly remarkable also is that Glazer didn't ask for a single penny for his incredible creation, and it's estimated that the logo now generates a staggering $30 million in merchandise sales, like t-shirts, cups, etc. each year. What famous logo are we talking about?
Just gonna take one look at the question. because-
Please take it. Direct may take all your time. Just pass may will be fast.
Got it. Containing 3 letters. Is this the I love New York symbol?
Yes, beautifully done. It is I love New York, beautiful 3 letters and a symbol. And if you see on the left, this is what he had written in, like, created in that cab ride. And then of course the right version. 10 points there to Lakshmi. I think Pavan will be happy with that 10 pointer to Lakshmi, because if it passed to Prakash, things would have been very interesting in the scorecard, because this was the last question. Done with 16. Whew. Okay.
I feel like we were just warming up. Can we have few
I
more
know.
questions?
When I was talking about pass my time lena and all, I'm like, "Main kyun bol raha hu last question?" No, but I know that feeling. But well done, everyone. Of course, this was slightly tougher than always. Some upar niche, because sometimes when you make a question or you work on a question, you feel this is okay, this everyone knows. But again, and I think yeah, but eventually if you look at the score, it's quite a close quiz. Lakshmi had 11 in the first half. In the second half, she of course got I love New York and also got 3 points for Manchester. So 11 plus 13, Lakshmi ends on 24. Okay, Narendran had 7 in the first half, 1 for Manchester City and 11 for Iron Curtain. Okay, so 12 in the second half. Narendran ends on 19. Well done, Narendran.
Probably the only guy who willingly takes credit for Iron Curtain.
Nice. But yeah, for your German, this thing also, it was important for you to get Iron Curtain. Local trivia tha for you. Like, idhar hota tha Iron Curtain, idhar. Okay. Then we come to actually a fight that became close, and now I've realized why it became close, because I finally figured Pavan's Achilles heel, which is sports, I think. Okay. And Prakash ka favorite topic is sports, and that's where, and we had like, I think 3 sports question today.
Yeah.
2 cricket actually, 1 Bob Woolmer and 1 bowlers dismissing father and son. And Manchester was a partially sports question, where Prakash like really did well. So Prakash with 20 in the first half, in the second half he got 10 for bowlers dismissing father and son, and 8 points for Star Wars and Princess Leia. 18 plus 20, Prakash ends on 38. Prakash is the runner-up of this episode. Pavan actually had a tough game compared to some of his last games. Pavan had 22 in the first half. In the second half, he got 11 for Queen Victoria, 10 for bladder diplomacy. Clearly, history is his favorite topic, is what we can see. And 4 for Han Solo. So 21 plus 4, 25 in the second half. Pavan ends on 47, and Pavan retains the championship. And we will meet Pavan again in the next episode. But thank you everyone for participating. Thank you for being on Quizzing with Members. Right?
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.